You're watching Daily News Podcast on Mangalore today, where news breaks and stories unfold. From the latest updates to in-depth analyses, we're here to keep you informed and engaged. Let's get started.
In a distressing incident of online fraud, a man from Mangaluru has been swindled of a whopping 76.32 lakh rupees by scammers promising high returns in stock market investments. The victim, lured by attractive offers, fell prey to the fraudulent tactics of the cybercriminals. The scam unfolded when the victim received messages from a person named Sagarika Agarwal on the Telegram app, initiating what seemed like a lucrative investment opportunity. Succumbing to the deception, the victim made multiple payments totaling the substantial amount over a span of 3 months. The fraudsters even created a fake account showing inflated profits to maintain the ruse. However, upon seeking the refund, the victim was duped into paying additional taxes as a prerequisite. Realizing the deceit, the victim has lodged a complaint with the authorities at the CN station, highlighting the growing menace of online scams targeting unsuspecting individuals.
Amidst uproar and chaos, the Karnataka State Assembly successfully passed the budget and a proposal to increase the salaries of MLAs. The BJP members staged a protest, climbing onto the podium and throwing papers at Speaker UT Khadr. This action infuriated Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and led to the protesters being evicted by marshals. Despite the commotion, the bills were approved, boosting the salaries, pensions, and allowances of MLAs, ministers, and the Chief Minister. Opposition leader R. Ashoka and BJP members raised objections against the government's decision to provide 4% reservation to Muslims in public contracts. Prior to this, the BJP had been protesting against an alleged honey trap incident involving a minister and demanded a judicial inquiry, all while the CM presented the budget discussion.
In Mangaluru, a recent mishap near PVS Circle has left several vehicles damaged. The incident occurred when a car traveling from City Center Mall towards PVS reportedly went into reverse due to a gear shift error. This unexpected movement resulted in the car colliding with multiple vehicles, including 3 to 4 cars and an auto rickshaw. The driver allegedly fled the scene post the accident. Authorities are now conducting an investigation into the incident to determine the cause of the mishap and take appropriate actions. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story on Mangalore Today.
In a recent announcement, the Dakshina Kannada Bus Operators Association has declared that there will be no bus strike in the district on March 22nd. This decision comes in light of the Karnataka Bundh called by pro-Kannada groups protesting against the attacks on a KSRTC bus conductor by Marathi-speaking individuals in Belagavi. The association's president, Aziz Parthipati, expressed support for the cause but emphasized that buses will operate normally to ensure the convenience of the public and students appearing for SSLC exams. Stay tuned for more updates on Mangalore Today.
In a bid to test the academic ability of students, the SSLC board exams in Dakshina Kannada and Udupi districts have kicked off with 29,760 students appearing in Mangaluru alone. With stringent security measures in place, including CCTV surveillance and police presence, the exam centers are ensuring a fair and transparent examination process. In Udupi, 14,153 candidates are writing the exams across 51 centers, alongside 12 officials monitoring webcasting surveillance. Students are off to a smooth start with the first language paper today. The district administrations have pulled out all stops to facilitate a hassle-free experience, from providing essential facilities to regulating exam center entry. As the exams continue till April 4th, we wish all the students the very best in their academic pursuits. In a bid to enhance security and prevent fraud in digital transactions, UPI services will no longer function on inactive or reassigned mobile numbers starting April 1st. The NPCI has instructed banks and payment service providers to delink such numbers to safeguard users from unauthorized transactions. Individuals are urged to keep their registered mobile numbers active to avoid service disruptions. This change is crucial as inactive mobile numbers linked to UPI accounts pose a security threat, leaving users vulnerable to misuse and fraud. Banks and popular payment apps like Google Pay, PhonePe, and Paytm will proactively remove inactive numbers from the UPI system as part of NPCI's directive. Users are advised to update their mobile numbers with banks to ensure uninterrupted access to UPI services. Stay informed, keep your mobile number active, and safeguard your digital transactions.
In breaking news from Malpe, a tragic incident has left the community in shock. A fisherman named Narasimha, aged 62 from Brahmavar, lost his life after a fatal fall inside a fishing boat at Malpe port on March 19th. Narasimha, a crew member of the Viranjaniya Pursein boat owned by Naveen, unfortunately suffered this accident during the early hours of the day. Despite swift efforts to rush him to the hospital, Narasimha could not be saved. The Malpe police have initiated an investigation into this heartbreaking incident. Our deepest condolences go out to the family and friends of the departed.
In a surprising turn of events, H. Jayaprakash Bandari, the founding director of the Pilikula Biological Park in Mangaluru, has stepped down from his position, citing personal reasons. Mr. Bandari, who led the zoo for over 2 decades, submitted his resignation on March 3rd and officially left his post on March 19th. Following his departure, a temporary director has been appointed by the Pilikula Development Authority. Mr. Bandari, a former deputy conservator of forests, played a significant role in the development and upgradation of the zoo over the years. Under his leadership, the Pilikula Biological Park was recognized as a major zoo by the Central Zoo Authority in 2013. Notably, Mr. Bandari had voiced opposition to the resumption of the Kambala event near the zoo, expressing concerns about the safety of captive animals due to the high noise levels. His efforts led to a PIL being filed by PETA India and the subsequent cancellation of the Kambala event scheduled for November 2024. Moreover, discussions had been ongoing regarding the potential transfer of the zoo to the Karnataka Forest Department for better management and coordination. Despite various recommendations, the Pilikula Development Authority has resisted the transfer, as the zoo serves as a major revenue source for the authority. The future of the Pilikula Biological Park remains uncertain as stakeholders navigate these challenging circumstances.
In a bid to enhance safety measures in industrial and residential zones of Dakshina Kannada district, Deputy Commissioner MP Mulai Muhilan urged stakeholders to establish a unified safety command. Speaking at the 54th National Safety Day event organized by National Safety Council, Mangaluru, Mr. Muhilan emphasized the importance of regularly testing safety systems in high-risk industrial establishments to prevent hazards from spreading. He highlighted the need for collaborations between various departments and safety agencies to minimize risks. Officials including Narendra Babu from Factories and Boilers Department, Nandakumar Velayudan Pillai from Mangalore Refinery, and Petrochemicals Limited and Chief Fire Officer B.M. Tirumalesh were also present at the event. It is essential for both industries and citizens to prioritize safety evaluations to ensure the protection of lives and properties in the region.
Mangalore Today brings you the latest update from New Delhi. The central government has informed Parliament that a total of 588 Indian antiquities smuggled out of the country have been secured back from the U.S., with 297 of them repatriated in 2024. Union Minister for Culture and Tourism, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, shared this information in response to questions about preventing illicit trade of antiquities. He highlighted the cultural property agreement signed with the U.S. to combat antiquities smuggling. The minister also mentioned India's collaboration with international organizations like UNESCO and Interpol to strengthen efforts in recovering stolen antiquities. Furthermore, he addressed the resurgence of ancient sects during events like the Kumbh Mela, emphasizing the importance of preserving traditional practices and fostering national pride in India's cultural heritage. Stay tuned to Mangalore Today for more updates.
The Supreme Court has taken action against Delhi High Court Justice Yashwant Varma after cash was found at his residence during a fire incident. The Apex Court initiated an in-house probe and has requested a report from Delhi HC Chief Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyaya. Following a meeting led by Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna, Justice Varma is being transferred to his parent Allahabad High Court due to an adverse report. CJI Khanna has requested a fact-finding report from Delhi High Court Chief Justice Upadhyaya, leading to the decision to transfer Justice Varma. The Supreme Court Collegium unanimously agreed to the transfer after discussions on the matter. Amidst chaos and protests by BJP members, the Karnataka budget and proposal to increase salaries of MLAs were passed in the State Assembly. BJP members climbed onto the podium, throwing papers at Speaker UT and raging Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The CM and ministers instructed marshals to evict the protesters. Despite the commotion, the budget and bills were passed, raising salaries, pensions, and allowances for MLAs, ministers, and the CM. BJP, led by opposition leader R. Ashoka, protested the government's decision to provide 4% reservation to Muslims in public contracts. Prior to this, BJP had been demanding a judicial probe into an alleged honey trap incident involving a minister, further intensifying the proceedings in the assembly.
In a recent development, Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has spoken out against the honey trap case controversy. Addressing reporters in Bhagamandala, he questioned the notion of falling into honey traps, stating that interactions are mutual and not forced. Shivakumar dismissed claims of lack of protection for ministers and MLAs, citing the importance of following due process in such cases. Responding to allegations of involvement in the honey trap incident, Shivakumar sarcastically referred to recorded statements in the police complaint. He called for calm among the public, urging against protests or disruptions to maintain peace in the region. In an ongoing case in Indonesia, 3 Indian nationals, Raju Muthukumaran, Selvadurai Dinakaran, and Govindasamy Vimalkandan from Tamil Nadu, who have been working in the shipping industry in Singapore, are facing the death penalty for allegedly smuggling 106 kilograms of crystal meth aboard a Singapore-flagged vessel. Indonesian authorities intercepted the vessel in the Pongker waters of Karaman district following a tip-off. The trio faced a setback when the vessel's captain failed to appear in court, leading to demands for the death penalty by prosecutors. The defense team, led by Indian lawyer John Paul and an Indonesian firm, is focused on presenting a robust defense, highlighting inconsistencies in the prosecution's case. The defense argues that the captain holds sole responsibility for all cargo on board, as per Indonesian law. Amidst expert witness testimonies and crucial defense evidence, the trial is ongoing, with a verdict expected on April 15th. The case has raised questions about the prosecution's claims, as the defense works to establish the innocence of the 3 detained Indian nationals.
The district judge court in Sambal has issued a notice to Lok Sabha leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi following a complaint filed against him for his statement regarding the Indian state. The court has directed Gandhi to either respond or appear on April 4th. Advocate Sachin Goyal confirmed the court's acceptance of the complaint and issuance of the notice, noting that the complaint stemmed from Gandhi's remark on January 15, 2025, during the inauguration of the Congress Party's new headquarters. In his statement, Gandhi had expressed opposition not only against the BJP and RSS, but also against the Indian state itself. The complaint was initially dismissed by the CJM on jurisdictional grounds, leading to a revision petition and subsequent summons by the district judge court. The case has gained attention for its implications on institutional capture and media freedom. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing story. In a bid to combat air pollution, the Central Pollution Control Board, CPCB, has advised southern states including Karnataka and Tamil Nadu to come together for a joint meeting with neighboring states. This move comes as part of efforts to develop a regional action plan to address transboundary air quality issues. 6 administrations have already prepared their state action plans to tackle pollution. The CPCB highlights the importance of regional cooperation, especially in dealing with pollutants from industries that can travel across state borders. The committee urged officials to strengthen action plans by incorporating new rules and policies with a focus on major sources of pollution. The National Green Tribunal had also directed states to allocate budgets for implementing air pollution action plans. Stay tuned for updates on the progress in the next hearing.
In the latest news, Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has stated that the state government will not support the statewide band called by pro-Kannada groups on March 22nd. The band has been proposed to protest against the alleged assault on a state-run bus conductor in Belagavi for not knowing Marathi. Shivakumar emphasized that the bond is not the right approach, as it will disrupt the Class 10 exams taking place on that day and clash with the government's plans for a water conservation campaign and Kaveri Aarti on World Water Day. He mentioned that dialogue with the organizations is essential and the government does not endorse any form of bond. The government aims to make the organizations understand the implications of their actions and prevent any lawlessness. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.
Heathrow, United Kingdom, faces chaos as a fire in a substation causes a major power outage, leading to the closure of the airport till midnight. Over 16,000 homes are affected, with 150 evacuees and a 200-meter safety cordon in place. The London Fire Brigade has deployed multiple units, urging residents to stay indoors due to smoke. Flights are diverted, passengers advised not to travel. Visuals of the massive blaze spread online, with firefighters struggling to contain it. The airport spokesperson states uncertainty around power restoration. Scottish and Southern Electricity Network confirms a widespread power cut, evacuating the site and prioritizing safety. Heathrow, being one of the world's busiest airports, faces significant disruption. Travelers express frustration and concerns online. The airport's closure draws comparisons to an iconic action movie scenario. Stay tuned for updates on this ongoing situation affecting air travel.
A judge has ordered the United States administration not to deport Badar Khan Suri, an Indian man pursuing studies at Washington's Georgetown University. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security accused Suri of having ties to the Palestinian militant group Hamas and promoting Hamas propaganda and anti-Semitism on social media. The DHS did not provide evidence for these claims. Suri, who is living in the U.S. on a student visa and is married to an American citizen, was detained in Alexandria, Louisiana. He is awaiting a court date in immigration court after being arrested outside his home in Rosslyn, Virginia. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.
In a shocking revelation, a senior engineer named Deepraj Chandra working at Bharat Electronics Limited, BEL, in Bengaluru, has been arrested for allegedly leaking sensitive information to Pakistan. Home Minister Parameshwara disclosed that Chandra, a resident of Uttar Pradesh, shared classified details about radar systems and other crucial information with Pakistan intelligence officials. The accused engineer exploited encrypted communication channels like email and WhatsApp for this treacherous act. Chandra's actions have raised serious security concerns, prompting military intelligence to intervene. Sources indicate that he traded sensitive data for Bitcoin payments and that investigations are ongoing to determine the full scope of the leak. This incident underscores the importance of safeguarding national security and the need for heightened vigilance in protecting sensitive information.
As we close today's session, our thanks go out to you, our viewers. For further reading and the latest news, be sure to visit mangaloretoday.com. And, for your daily dose of news, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for choosing Mangalore Today. Goodbye.